A very good morning to you. You are watching Y254 TV, Y in the Morning Show, and it is Entrepreneurs Tuesdays here, post-Valentine's. And I'm joined for the music and lifestyle segment with one Kevin Olwood, who has now from performing artist turned to recording artist. Salimia watu.
Yes. How are you? It's Faraji, by the way. Yes. Ingine ni ID ya kutuma M-Pesa.
Si basi waambie social media handle.
Yeah, oh, okay. It's Faraji Kevin, as in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Faraji Kevin everywhere. Consistency.
All right.
Yes.
Wait, okay. You've told me that you've started singing in 2010.
Yes.
But you have officially released your first video called Inuka Tena in 2018.
Yes.
Can you explain what occurred during this gap between 2010 and 2018?
Back then, before 2010, we used to do music just, for churches, concerts, apo kama crusade, So I recorded some songs, Stepping Stone, Diwe Bwana, Africa. I did music video for Africa, but then that time I took fanya vizuri sana. Cameras and it was not that good quality. That was back in 2014. Yeah, so it didn't come out really well. And then the link that we had uploaded it on YouTube ikapotea. So the video but I mean, to me it was as in I didn't really care about it because at that point I was so much into so many other things. 2010 I joined GBS TV as a presenter, producer, worked there till 2014 March. And then I called it quits. I resigned.
Presenter, producer.
Yes, presenter, producer.
So up to go presenter versus presenter.
Korada.
You introduce this segment.
Yeah. So and then I worked there for 2014, and then I was jobless for 6 months. And then I worked for Africa 24 Media.
You were jobless for 6 months.
Yeah.
What did you do so what did you do for money? Today is Entrepreneurs Tuesday, so I'll ask a lot of questions concerning money.
Well,
did you do any music even during that time?
During that time, I wasn't really in a very good emotional state because the job that I was working, I think I got to a place I was really frustrated from it, and then
what was frustrating about it?
As in, I'll just be honest. I mean, sometimes pay. Yeah, and the company was kind of not in a very good situation at that point.
All right.
Yeah, so and then even me, I felt like I needed to do really like now go to another level.
Yeah.
Do something else. And then problems. I mean, vijana problems. I was in a relationship at that time, and then
vijana problems.
Yeah, listen first. And then we broke up, and then the breakup was too much to handle. And so it kind of affected me really much. So the 6 months, my life kind of just drifted.
You were recovering.
Drifted, not even recovering. I kind of became a bad boy.
A bad boy?
Yeah, I just decided to be a bad boy.
Hold that thought, bad boy. It is post-Valentine. Before you even continue this story, just put a comma there. What did you do for Valentine's now that you're a bad boy and your heart was broken all these years ago? Did anything change this particular time round?
Yenye imepita. Honestly, yenye imepita. Sema tu kweli, menye ilipita tu hivyo tu.
So you're still being a bad boy?
No. I changed. God changed me.
God changed you.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Now full stop.
Yes.
Let's go back to the comma.
So after as in there was so much, so I mean I got into drug abuse and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, and I mean drug abuse, and because I just felt like I was kind of tired because I'd been in the ministry for so long, serving in the pulpit, and then I was in this point where my life just kind of took a different turn. I got into alcohol, I mean drugs, weed, shisha, clubbing like nobody's business, 4 times in a week, and then.
But how did you do that with no money?
No, so kuna zile acha nikuambie by the way. Acha nikwambie wakati hauna do and then unataka kufanya vitu hizo mavitu mbaya manze waga inatokea. Form utokea.
So the devil usually sponsors bad habits.
Trust me, form utokea. I used to even have friends who used to come bang in my door at 1 a.m. Like, yo, manze, voke, manze, kibriti imeisha. Kibriti ya nini ya weed, manze. 1 a.m. I think, really? So of course, no, when you open, you have come through for them, so they have to give you a role.
Yeah.
Like, yo, manze, Joe, pia kimoja, man.
So what caused the transition, you know, for you from being the bad Kevo or the lost Kevo,
yes.
the frustrated Kevo, to being the saved Kevo?
This one went on for a while. And 2015, I got to work for Nairobi City County Government, the governor's office. I was the head of media production. So I worked there until Governor Sonko akatuchuja, which is fine. So I mean, that time things got worse because I mean money was kind of flowing. But I remember there was this day when I was doing all these things, I used to feel this was not me. I used to feel I'm trying to live a life that is just not me. But I wanted to be hard. I wanted to prove to myself that I can be a strong man, and I thought like going into alcohol and kind of being this kind of bad boy and everything was what was going to make me strong. But really deep inside my heart, it was not me at all. So there was this one day I was just in the office and I really felt a heavy heart, like I was just having a heavy heart, and I kind of started crying in the office. I didn't know what was happening. I just kind of felt some really serious somber mood that just covered me. So I told the interns to go home because I had interns in the office. I just told them, you guys go home. I stayed in the office. I kind of prayed. I just prayed and cried to God. But then if you ask me what I was crying and praying about, I didn't even know. I didn't even have an idea. So my idea that time, I used to go home every evening, buy whiskey, and then drink because I never used to get good enough sleep. So I always wanted to drink so that I sleep. Unajua ile kulala umelewa alafu unamko ukisikia manze jo ni kama uko paradise unashika bas sasa that's what I always wanted to do. So this day I was so determined I want to go buy whiskey and drink and sleep. So on my way home kabla ninge kwa plot I met some friends, we started picking stories hapo, and then lights went off. So I forgot to buy the whiskey and I went to the house. It was like 5th floor. So in the night, I've put candles, and then I wanted to go and sleep, so I decided to leave one candle because I wanted to make a phone call. So when I was making the phone call, nikingojea phone call, I dozed off. So this candle caught fire, as in nyumba ikaanza kushika moto. TV no ka bed sitter kutu hapo tu yani then TV iko hapa na hapo hivyo unapiga steps mbili uko kwa jikoni, steps mbili uko kwa loo. So fire started in my house. TV inachomeka, imeshika ceiling, those ceilings ambao.
Oh no.
And me, I'm just here sleeping. So as in, it was until like carbon monoxide like was really like heavy on me, I realized I couldn't breathe. So when I was now like really getting conscious kidogo, I couldn't even move out of the bed. So I just crawled to the door and tried to open it and got myself out before, like, because the gas was there and they've already imeshika nini mbao zinaanguka zinachomeka. And from that day is when I now knew why I was having the heavy heart back in the office and crying, because I mean, it was that after time I was really seeking the face of God, and I was feeling God was really far from me. I was feeling like, manze life yangu imesimama tu, yani there's really nothing happening. I have a good job, money is there, but I don't feel myself. I just don't feel me totally. So that's when I knew God was just telling me, no, I still have a purpose for you. I still have, you're still my son, and despite what is happening, as in that was the wake up. That was the wake up call. So from that time I started now trying to dedicate my life back to God, and I mean it just took time, slowly, the whole of 2017, just slowly. I didn't do any music, never ministered in any pulpit. I was really like ministering in churches with most of the musicians that are around right now. So but mimi nikapotelea katikati. So I just chilled out. I mean, just telling God, I mean, just to do to me what you want me to do. So after campaigns, a few months after September, the elections were over. I mean, got into prayers with God and just deciding, God, what do I do from here? And I felt this was just a time for just me to release the gift of God that has always been in me for all these years. Now to release it seriously on another level. So that is what brings about the song Inuka Tena. I'm singing about what happened to me. I mean, you can be down and everything. Sometimes you feel lenye life imekupiga tu chenga vibaya, I don't even understand what you're doing. But I mean, you can rise again. You can rise again.
Wow. That is a very inspirational story.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out how to cut in, but then I was like, no, let me just let you finish.
Yeah.
Because usually I'd also like to relate and say that sometimes when you're about to experience a near-death experience, something happens a few weeks or days before.
Yeah.
You feel like there's something wrong. Like you're saying you had a heavy heart and stuff.
Yes.
But because you went to God at that time, maybe he preserved your life. Maybe you were supposed to.
He did.
Yeah, that's very interesting testimony.
Yes, he did.
We thank God for you.
Amen.
So these other tracks you've been performing, that's what you said.
Yes.
So if you were not singing, were you performing gospel songs?
Yes, I was still performing gospel songs, though I love singing about things that affect me. So sometimes I sing about love songs, like the breakup. I sang about the breakup. They release your song Bado. The breakup ilifanyaka song.
Ulifanyaka song?
Nimeandika.
What is it called?
Ni song ya kujitoa. Ni song ya kukasirika.
So all these performances you did while in high school, or you?
No. I used to have shows at this Got Institute at that point. I used to perform like different places, and I was more. I used to perform with an evening of Afro Jazz with. Sometimes I shared a stage with Antonio Sol.
Yeah.
I shared a stage with Ricky Nanchero and friends. Yeah, so I used to do shows here and there because I was doing more of live music. I performed on that TV station, Citizen TV, the morning show. I was more of live band, live music kind of stuff.
All right, so you've actually now had a taste of the industry. You've met people. What would you say needs to be improved with the industry? How has your experience been so far once you ventured into the music industry after leaving media?
I think the music industry right now, it's not the way back then I was viewing it when I was a presenter, producer. I think what I would say is the media, the media houses and the media practitioners that are really trying to bring up good talent. Yeah, as in challenge, I think is the challenge right now is that there are people who use money to kind of get their way through. Yeah, I mean the music industry and everything.
Also, corruption is an issue.
Yes, even without quality, and you find there are artists out there. I mean, who sing stuff, who really have good music. I mean, they're really talented, but because hawajafika hapo, I mean, they just kind of locked out because, I mean, it's like you have to really have good money to kind of penetrate your stuff. They can't afford a publicist. They can't afford a manager. So basically, if you were to speak to the government, you'd tell them like, you guys are, the corruption is what is finishing. It's crazy. It's killing the artists. I mean, as even the other day with the models, pay model stuff, and they all fall under the category of art. Right. So I would say that if the government really has to work on the whole fraternity of art, including actors, models, musicians, everyone as in people who draw, I mean, all of them, so they really need support. So basically they should level the playing field for all of you. Yes, I think it should be more about quality, and I think it should also be about talent. Right. What does someone has to offer? Not because they can get their way through, I mean, yeah. All right. Okay, that's good to know. I hope they are listening. They are. Anyway, when you decided to delve into the music industry, so far, how has the income been? Because you know it's Entrepreneurs Tuesday, and I'd like to know whether the gospel artists are making any money. So yeah. Well, from what I hear gospel don't make money. From what I hear. Gospel don't make money? Yeah, from what I hear. What about your own experience? From what I hear. Okay, well, with my own experience, this particular song, I was doing it specifically as to me it was more of a gift of sacrifice, a sacrificial gift to God. I mean, it was your offering. It was a gift offering, a sacrifice offering. This is what I'm saying. I'm doing it for that person out there who's gone through hard times, and I just want to. For me, my main aim for this one was to get someone feeling that they can really rise again. So you're not in it for the money. You're there to. Okay, people are even telling me I know register all this skiza stuff and everything. Yeah. I said I'm going to do that. Of course, I'll do that from the next projects going on. To eat, I have my other profession that I'm working on. Which is? I'm a producer. Okay. Right now, I mean, we're pushing my own brand, my own company. So for yourself now? Yes. My own brand, my own company. So I make money as a producer. as a director, as a cameraman.
Oh, so the music is purely offering.
The music is because it's a passion for me, and it's something. It's there's a lot. I've been pregnant, so it's time for delivery banner. So I have to. There's a little much of it. Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So let's talk about issues arising.
Yeah.
The other day, we've seen a lot of secular artists, famous artists in Kenya, changing to gospel, saying they're now born again and now they're switching to gospel. We had Size 8, we had Wahoo, and now Amani has also joined.
Yes.
We had Kinakolo.
Yes.
So what's your opinion on that? Why do you think they're all jumping ship? Is it that the gospel industry is thriving more in this country than the secular, or people are genuinely getting saved? What do you think?
I really think, first, I am happy that I'm gonna okoka. It's just giving the details. So as in Amani coming into the kingdom of God, I mean getting really saved, and I mean, because at the end of the day, I would say this: God used Punda to preach, to send a message to Balaam, right?
Yeah.
And at this age, at this time, for me, all I care about is that God will use anything and anyone to push His purpose. And to preach the gospel. So whether we umeifanya from your heart, like umekoka for real, ama umeingia in it for the money, that's your business. But at the end of the day, God atakuuse. Yes. Kama God anatumia Punda na anatumia anything, atatumia hata Kolo na Kinamani na so vile wameingia hiyo sani yao na kati yao na God. But at the end of the day, I'm happy that, I mean, guys are coming to Christ, and Hilda, you too.
I might I might join the
Vuka boda.
All right. So from Inukatena, what's the way forward? Like, what's your next track? What can we expect from you?
I'm trusting God to do another project by March. Yeah. So and right now I'll just say, in the words of the political kind of language, tumeachilia breaks. Ni kuenda.
You've been hanging around them too long.
Exactly. So ni kuenda. I just want God to take me from one step to the other. So I'm trusting God at least to have a project soon. By March at least we should have something else, something new drop. And I mean, from there.
Yeah, you know that you're a producer and you've been working with another producer who goes by the name Papa Amelia.
Yes, Papa Amelia.
The guy from Furi Furi Dance.
Yes.
Why that particular producer?
Why that particular producer? The days I used to perform, I used to have concerts in churches and everything. So there's one day, back in 2012, I invited them with Mr. T, Samokat, Jackie Kotira, Magdalene Mukoya. So we were ministering in church. And so after the whole concert, Papa Amelia took me kwa kona church and he started yelling at me.
Oh.
He was just like, "Oh, kuna mchezo sana wewe. You don't know who you are. Oh, ujui wewe ni nani? Ni Rwanda. Oh, ujui wewe ni nani wewe? Uko na mchezo mingi sana." I'm thinking, okay, bro, where is all this coming from, and why are you having all this? I was like, una mchezo, you don't know who you are. You just know that. You don't know who you are. So those words came back to me 5 years down the line.
All right.
And then I said, you know what? I will go back to that person who saw it 5 years down the line.
All right.
It's him that God revealed something about me. And so I just said, you know what? That's why you go back.
Okay, so who else in future would you like to work with in the industry as we conclude?
Mastercraft.
Interesting.
I admire him as a producer. I mean, he's a great producer. He's a great producer. I mean.
What about other musicians, like other gospel musicians?
In Kenya?
Yeah, in Kenya. Even abroad, dream big.
Yeah. No, when you were okay for Kenya, when you were writing this song, there's that it has a really lovely feel, guitar feel. So you are saying that, and now this one goes to Peterson. By the way, Peterson Joe, tulikuwa tunataka get nice song. Yeah, so I would love to work with Peterson. I think vocally tunaweza kill and then we minister to people. And then outside, I've always loved Travis Green. I mean, his music it's from testimony, it's touching, it's music that speaks to the soul. Yeah. I mean, Travis Green is really, really great as a musician. And yeah, I mean, one day.
All right. I think, I would ask you what you'd like to tell the youth out there, but I think your story more or less drives the message. Yeah. Yesterday we had a lady who talked about how the gospel industry, I asked her the same question I asked you about what you think about the gospel industry looking more of pop than gospel, and she said it doesn't matter the delivery, the message is what is important.
Yes.
So tumalizie show na the message kabla uimbe, because you're so articulate. I'm sure someone at home is like, hey, how does this guy, hey, he must sing for us live here on studio.
Yeah.
But your parting shot to the youth.
On the camera, ma? Okay. Yo, as in to the youth out there, as what I would like to encourage them is, God has given you something. God has given you something in your hands. Look deep inside you. God has given you something. Usiseme hakuna job, usiseme ati uko tu hapo. With that talent that you have, push it. I mean, God released a gift to each and every person. And the Bible says that the gifts of God are irrevocable and without repentance. So it means it's just you to tune yourself and align yourself to God's purpose. The gifts are there. You're just the one who's not activating them. Because when God says he knew you from your mother's womb. So from your mother's womb, he created you, he knew you, he already ordained you, and he gave you gifts, different gifts. So they are around you. So all you need to do is connect yourself to the honor of the gifts. And just like that.
All right.
Yes.
So that was one Kevin Faraji for you. But tuimbie kwanza. That is how we are going to conclude this segment. Please keep it by in the morning. It is Entrepreneurs Tuesday. This is the music and lifestyle segment. I'm Hilda Wadidi. Please do not touch that dial. One young, articulate man over here of the Lord is going to sing something.
Yeah.
Imba inuka.
The same song, eh?
Inuka tena.
Mambo yamekuwa magumu, hali kwangu nahisi uchungu, eti sababu ya makosa nilizofanya hapo awali. Wakasema eti niko chini ya laana, wakasema sababu ya wizi sipati kazi, eti miaka 30 na bado sina kabinti. Kabinti, yeah. Nijapo mimi nimeanguka, nitainuka tena mara